Hi, hello. Can you give us a short introduction of yourself?
Yeah, I'm Paul Stafford. I'm one of the co-founders and the CEO of Design.studio.
Okay, awesome. So, on your founding path, what were your biggest pain points or drawbacks, and how did you deal with them?
I think, well, there's a lot when you're kind of starting a business. There's a lot of drawbacks, a lot of things that you've got to overcome. I think it was fear at the very beginning, and that massive feeling, which I think you feel everyone else goes into this with a full understanding of what you're doing, how you start it, what the next steps are, etc., and a business plan. We didn't even go into it with a real business plan. There was a real belief that we wanted to do something that was not out there. But there's a huge fear that we hadn't done the kind of homework that we need to do, and we hadn't got this kind of 10-year plan of how we were going to do it, the growth milestones, the finance to get there, et cetera, et cetera. So we just followed our heart and went into it. And I think there was no way we could have learned everything we needed to learn. But actually going into it and kind of like learning as we did it, adapting the business so it felt kind of agile, et cetera, as it grew, I think that was what made Design.studio feel kind of different and unique, and actually didn't follow a path that everyone else was following. So I think the biggest drawback was actually kind of realizing that it's okay to sometimes lead a bit more with the heart than the head.
Okay, awesome. And during your journey, at what point did you realize or had this founder feeling?
I think, going back and building on that last point, it was when we built an agency to work with really modern businesses and startups, really. We wanted to work with the likes of Airbnbs and Deliveroo's, these really ambitious companies. And we found that the agencies we were working at as employees, it just wasn't there. We just didn't feel like this is the right way to approach brand and the right way to work with modern businesses. And I think it was less of a founding feeling, more of a frustration that actually I can't find where I want to work and how I want to work in a business. And so I guess the founding feeling came was like, I either quit this and look for a completely different career, or we go out there and we build it ourselves. And I guess that was it. And I talked to my business partner, Ben, who was having equal frustrations. And I think it was just one of those moments, sitting together over a drink, realizing that now's the time to kind of like sink or swim, go and do it, really.
Yeah. Awesome. So what would your advice be for someone who wants to start, who has an idea, who does not maybe know where to start or how to start?
I think there's a few things. I think there's one thing that always really resonates with me from my time with Airbnb, actually, was when Brian Chesky told me that the only difference between what he's done and someone else is that he just went ahead and did it. And I think that's a real thing that you have to have. It goes back again to that point of like, if you start just thinking about every single incident or problem that you're going to have, actually it becomes overwhelming. And when I think about actually, what things I do now have to think about building this business, I probably wouldn't have started it at the beginning because it'd have been too terrifying. So I think going back to that point that Brian said is that really you've just got to have the belief in yourself, follow your heart a little bit, and actually get out there and do it. And if it doesn't work, try and try again if you really believe in it.
Awesome. Thank you.